I'm your host, Andres, and I got okay.
Lover. I'm supposed to do this next week, but I be all over the place. So I was like,
That's what we wanted it to be.
I following up on social medias right now because
it wasn't producing a lot at the time. So just hearing about
Google and YouTube University is idealistically the best way to learn.
They ain't ready to hear me on that microphone to sit me on this stage, and when I feel like the whole city can hear me. Oh man, that would go crazy.
All right, y'all, we are tuning in for another episode, Banked Out Radio Show, and I have a returning guest. I think this might be the third time that we talk, but we have the impeccable, the untouchable. He's out here. Gary is doing things that, you know what I'm saying, one, I love. He has all these, let's say, titles. He's a videographer, he's a photographer, he's a director, he's an editor, he's a content creator, he's a podcaster. Hey, he used to do modeling back in the day. I hired him.
You could have left that part out.
I love it. Well, we have Gary Watkins on the show. Gary, thank you for, coming back.
Man, I appreciate you for having me. I appreciate, those humbling beginnings and just learning so much from you, man. You have been, little do you know, you've been very rewarding to my career and going into entrepreneurship. So I just simply want to give you flowers for that.
Oh, man, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't think it's hard for me to think of the impact that I've had on people because I just want everybody to win. And that's how I look at that or whatever. But like you were saying that, Jeremy has said that to me and quite a few others. And I'm like, no, I just felt like, what I'm saying? I was doing what I'm just supposed to do, which is to highlight talented people so other people can know about them so they can get the ball rolling and stuff like that and to like just show them some tips and tricks along the way. So I'm trying to think the last time, it's been a couple of years since we talked. And I know we have a lot of different moments we can talk about. One, I want to start off with the sports and filming of the sports and how that has really transpired because the last monumental thing I remember discussing at that time was when ESPN had picked up your clip and you went viral. And, they got to get permission and all that. Now I look up, you done shot an entire series with the head coach of
Westside High School.
Or Westside High School.
Yes, sir. Coach Spoon.
Yes, for his final lap, which I thought it was very appropriately titled.
I'm Coach Spoon Risper, and this is the final lap. A little bit about myself. I was born in Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, I'm a Grady baby, but I was raised in Thomaston, Georgia. Began playing football at the age of 7 years old. I started watching football when I was about 3 years old, and I just fell in love with the sport. My dad loved the sport. He taught me how to play the game. He taught me how to play it the right way with good sportsmanship. Right? What we've been working on since December. It is finally here. Let's go out here. Iron sharp as iron. Like, we out here to get each other going. 5 or 6 games in a row, which is big in football, considering you only play 10 regular season games. So we want to just be consistent and. You want to go inside help. If you go out here and cut the back, that's why you got to get all the space, separate all the space coming up. Right?
I've seen some footage of that. You did a phenomenal job. How did that massive project come about?
Man, I'm so glad that you asked this question. So just to kind of give you the story before how we got to the actual story. So 2 years ago, Veterans High School located in Houston County, they reached out to me and they wanted a project done, whereas they wanted pretty much a hype video for their football team going into the season.
Yeah.
And mind you, when they reached out to me, this is like probably 2 weeks before the kickoff of, so I'm working on crunch time at the moment. And
Hmm.
but Lord behold, we made it happen. It
Yeah.
came to life. Uh the touchdown club there at Veterans, they were overly pleased to the point where they hired me 2 more times to do content for them.
Hmm.
And I took that opportunity as in to segue into this space of, yes, when I first got into doing sports content, I was doing it for to give these young athletes, these kids, a platform to showcase their talent, and
Hmm.
just using social media for all the right things. A lot of times it's used for negativity, drama, and
Hmm.
things that's counterproductive. So I just wanted to take that narrative and use it for what it's really meant for.
Hmm.
So now I'm segueing into a space where I want to do more documentary style content.
Hmm.
So speed up that with veterans was in 2023. We speed up 2024. I almost had another big opportunity with a local school around here, but it didn't quite work out how I wanted to. So
Hmm.
get into spring 2025. At that point now, again, this kind of goes to some of my sports content is done made it to Sports Center and all these major outlets that, you know, you never think about actually even having conversations with, people that work closely to Sports Center and ESPN, Ball is Life, and just these countless platforms that generate millions of views and
Hmm.
spectators. So at that point, now I'm starting to get noticed by guys that's playing professional sports, and they want me to, capture them working out and going to the gym and
Hmm.
doing a day in life with them. And so I had a a local former athlete. He went to Stratford Academy. By the way,
Hmm.
he's also Tweeds County. A lot of people probably don't know this, but Quintez Cephas, he got in contact with me, came home for the off season, and so I went out to him capturing content. He also had another young guy that's from Westside High School. He goes by the name of Scooter Risper, which is
Hmm.
Coach Risper's son. And Scooter, he played for Mercer University. He just won the conference championship back in 2024.
Okay.
And just speaking on the Risper family, just a family structure that I admire so much because all their brothers, they come together, they work out, the parents show up and support them. And it's
Hmm.
just outside looking in, I think I would love to mold my family, my future family in that sense.
Hmm.
So it just so happened to be Coach Spoon came out for one workout, right? And
Hmm.
mind you, I don't know how old Coach Spoon is, but when you look at the man, he's in excellent shape
Yes.
despite all the grades he got around
Uh-huh.
his so he got out there with Quintez Cephas and Scooter Risper, and he was running routes
Hmm.
with the young guys,
Yeah.
right? And he noticed that I was out there with my camera. Again, I'm originally there for Quintez, but just like any other occasion, if it's more than one person seeing me, they want me to capture them as well.
Hmm.
So Coach Spoon, he was like, "Hey man, can you record me running routes and stuff?" And that's exactly what I did. And he posted it on his social media. And this is when I found out the following that Coach Spoon has. He's
Hmm.
another guy that's like taking social media and leveraging it, getting
Hmm.
hundreds of thousands to millions of people viewing his content. And he's such
Hmm.
an inspirational man, like really admired him. So
It's Baked Out Radio Show, and I have some deals for y'all. There are some companies that I've been going, researching, looking at the different products and services that I want to turn y'all on to. So go to my deals page, check them out. Any one of them that you want to interact with, want to do some business with, you'll get a promo discount as well when you try their product. Banked Out, BANKEDOUTT. Slide over to that page, check out what I have to offer, and let me know.
during that workout, after we finished that workout, we exchanged contact info. And that's when he pretty much told me then and there, like, hey man, I'm getting ready to go into my last season of coaching here at Westside High School.
Hmm.
And I want to do a documentary. but he wanted this documentary to be very unique because he really wanted to highlight and focus on the legacy that he's left, the
Mm-hmm.
impact, the countless impact that he done made on people. Like, mind you, Coach Spoon has been at Westside for like 20 something years, like
Yes.
since the opening of the school. So just imagine
Yeah.
been there 20 years, and on average, you're going to have like 30, 40 plus players on the team. Just imagine how many
Mm-hmm.
people he just encountered in that time. And he always say how guys come back and they just show him love. And he's saying this, and it's another thing. I'm seeing this in person, like
Mm-hmm.
game after game, some practices. He got former athletes and students that always come back and show him love. And yeah, man, that's how we got into it. I know I'm dumping a lot on you, but
No, no, it's fantastic. I love it because you're talking about the relationship building. You're talking about curating something to where you actually see the value in what you're doing too, as you know what I'm saying, film this project. I'm looking at it from the standpoints of, like I told you, I shot a reality show, and there's nothing compared to this documentary that you did. You know what I'm saying? I followed her around for
yeah,
months and stuff like that, but what you had to do, you had to go and like sit down with other folks. You had to like really prioritize this, and it's massive. I don't think the amount
yes,
of work that people understand you have to put into a documentary type style product and to make it fantastic like you did.
yes. I think what videographers, photographers, and editors, it, what we do is really underestimated, and a big part of it is because of this thing right here.
Hmm.
You know, a lot of people, they can just easily, go to their camera and do what they got to do,
Yeah.
and they think that's the same process of a photographer, videographer, and
It's not.
and I'm gonna tell you right here, buddy, no, it's not. I promise, if it was that easy, everybody would do it. I promise.
Exactly. So you've done that, you put it out. How has the response been for that particular project?
The response has been amazing. Again, originally I'm a Twiggs County native.
Hmm.
Um, I went to Macon. I transferred to Macon with the Northeast High School. But even though I seemed like I was so far away from Westside, I've always heard about the culture.
Hmm.
I've always heard about how strong the culture is, how it's a winning tradition, and how
Hmm.
they always producing young athletes to go to the next level. And mind you, I'm coming
Hmm.
from places at the time, Twiggs County and Northeast at the time, they're just, it wasn't producing a lot
Hmm.
at the time. Um, so just hearing about this legacy that Coach Spoon has left, and I
Hmm.
get to see it firsthand and record it,
Hmm.
you know, I just see how many people is like, man, we so glad that somebody's here for Coach Spoon and doing this for him because he overly deserves his flowers.
Yeah,
Over.
I love it. So you've done that. You've also been in the podcasting space like I am. And I've seen where
Yes.
you like, you know what I'm saying, you like have basically reformatted, I guess would be the word. How is that, you know what I'm saying? What made you want to get into that space, but then also how was the transition from going like what you started with to like, you got the woke Wednesdays and things of that nature.
Yes. So here's where I can be super duper honest.
Hmm.
So I started quote unquote podcasting in
Hmm.
2020,
Hmm.
right? We all know what happened in 2020. We had the pandemic.
Hmm.
So that's when I supposedly started podcasting, just here we all quarantined, so on board. I might set up a microphone, this, and that, and just talk or whatnot. And I eventually started taking it more serious, invested into equipment, and really was going all in on it. But in the back of my mind, I never really started doing podcasting because that's what I really wanted to do. I'm just creating a portfolio for myself with the
Hmm.
hopes that, hey, somebody is going to see this and want to invest in me and be like, hey, we need to hire him as our director, let him come edit our content and do our reels. Like, I'm really just, it's
Hmm.
it was really like my job interview.
Yeah.
So, uh, as far as Work Wednesday, shout out to my guy, my bro, Darquez Denard, Twiggs County native. He went on to play professional football and he's currently coaching football overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was about 2 years ago, Darquez came home to Twiggs County and he invested into a new weight room, uh, um, put money into the weight room, and I just so happened to be there. And this was at the time when I was doing my podcast, and I got in. I walked up to Darquez and I asked him like, "Hey man, I would love for you to come on my podcast and be a guest."
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't give me a yes or no at the time. You know what I'm saying? He was just listening and filling me out at the time. I've always followed Darquez, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I always follow him like dating back to when he was in high school. And
Mm-hmm.
I know at the time he was likely filling me out.
Mm-hmm.
So he gave me his contact info at the time, and I texted him probably like a day later. I was like, "Hey man, you know, I would love to have you as a guest on my podcast." Right? I never
Mm-hmm.
got a text back.
Yeah.
Never got a text back. So I'm thinking at the time, I'm like, I got more work to do. I gotta keep
Yeah.
going. And come 2 years later, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to say,
Yeah.
that's when he reached out and proposed to me. Another close friend, a brother of mine, Carlos Stevens, is also a Twiggs County native. You know, I got to
Mm-hmm.
keep dropping these Twiggs counties up
Yeah.
in here. You know, it's
No,
a
I
lot of
get it.
gems that
Hey.
come out of this small place. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So he reached out to us also another guy from South Macon, Rashad Wines. And we all came together and formed Work Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And Work Wednesday is a platform. It is primarily about cultivating relationships, motivating the youth, entrepreneurship, self development, and just educating all things positive. That's what Work
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday is primarily about. Because again, a lot of content is just so, again, counterproductive. It goes
Mm-hmm.
against self development, cultivating relationships, and all those things. So we launched the podcast back in June 2024, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we just went on a series of episodes, just generating content, developing episodes, creating conversation, anything that's thought provoking. We're challenging each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And and man, we hear the platform is steady coming going up, and we don't had like a series of guests such as Desi Banks.
Mm-hmm.
We've had our local legend Marvin James. We
Mm-hmm.
had Mayor LaRonda Patrick, the mayor of here in one of the mayors here in Middle Georgia. So
Mm-hmm.
and it's just we got countless other guests getting ready to come on, whether you know them or not. But all these
Mm-hmm.
people, they are accomplished. They got a story they want to share. They have a
Mm-hmm.
lot of experience and knowledge. And I just encourage everybody, any and everyone, young, old, black, white, red, blue, no matter, just subscribe to Work Wednesday on YouTube because this is what we all need.
Yeah, I love the fact, like you said, y'all building something, that takes on what everybody else is accustomed to, watching and viewing and stuff like that. And you're highlighting folks, which is phenomenal, and showing all the positivity. Do y'all have like defined roles within the podcast itself platform? Like, are you just mainly editing? Someone else handles booking, someone else handles promotion, or do y'all all just pitch in with different?
So right now, Work Wednesday is at we're fully independent at the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm behind the scenes. I'm setting up the
Mm-hmm.
cameras, the microphones, lights, and it's not me by myself because those guys they contribute as well. They
Mm-hmm.
do play their part. Of course, they do more of the um, they focus on what guest meets our credentials as far as
Yes.
who can join the podcast because that is real important.
Yes.
Just don't want
Extremely.
anybody to be coming on your platform.
Exactly. Because people
Yeah,
take advantage of platforms and try to spin narratives and stuff like that, and I get it. So I love the fact that y'all
yes,
actually have a criteria for guests to come on. Like everybody can come on. But you finish
exactly.
stuff. Finish, the rest.
Yeah, so it's fully independent. We're coming out of our pockets for
Mm-hmm.
the locations that we shoot at, the equipment that we use, and traveling. Like, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and let me tell you, like, even though Work Wednesday is a little bit over a year old, we've already been to like the likes of Michigan. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? So, like, we really working on continually taking this thing on the road. We almost went to the Super Bowl. You know, that's a
Mm-hmm.
little gem I want to drop. We almost went to the Super Bowl
Almost
and
went
got
to
on
Super Bowl. Wow.
almost, but yeah, man, we really out here making moves, but more importantly, we really want to make an impact.
I love the fact that y'all are chasing impact instead of like, because being in the podcasting space for so long and seeing the landscape change over time and what some people are using it for versus what other people are using it for, it's like a money grab for some people right now. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, that's not what podcasting is about. It's about presenting value to the community and to your audience. So when they listen in, they tune in, whether it be audio or they watch it, you're giving them some type of value that they can walk away with. That's the whole point of
Yes.
it. Now you reap benefits outside of that, yes, but money shouldn't be, what I'm saying? Oh, I'm gonna start with a podcast so I can make some money, or I'm gonna start with a podcast so I get sponsored or whatever, get the bag. But I'm like, no, because then you're just like all these other people who start stuff and the numbers show. Like, I don't feel like I had this conversation earlier with a fellow podcaster she's in North Carolina. And she was like, she felt like it was oversaturated. I feel like it's not because there's not a lot of active podcasts. So like Apple, 5 million, just on Apple alone. Yeah, there's 5 million podcasts on Apple, only 500,000 are actually active. And that's across every single genre. So you're talking about competing sports with movies and true crime and entrepreneurship and business and music and all that. Only 500,000? That's a very small number considering the amount of people that we have in this world, and 500 million people listen to podcasts. So there's not enough subject matter yet for those 500 million people, because all the other people who are not active have gotten into it for the wrong reasons. But I love it because it's a low barrier entry industry. Anyone can start a podcast, but not everybody can build a platform.
Oh, oh. And that's another thing too. I want to clear up what I was saying about Work Wednesday. Work Wednesday is not a podcast. That's
Hmm.
just that's a segment of our platform. We're
Hmm.
really working on building this into a brand. You know,
Hmm.
like, we're really serious about building a bridge with the youth. Like
Hmm.
myself, I got 3 mentees.
Oh, wow, you're busy.
Yeah. So,
With 3 mentees,
and
I got one, and I'm busy with her.
yeah, so I got 3 mentees, and I'm constantly checking in with them, making
Hmm.
sure they are right, and make sure they on the right direction. So just as well as my guys Shad, Carlos, DQ, they
Hmm.
have mentees as well.
Exactly.
So we really want to build a bridge with the youth,
Hmm.
and build relationships.
So, what's next for Gary? Watkins production. What do you like personally want to take on, and then from a business standpoint, what do you feel is next?
So for Gary Watkins production, right now, what's up next is got another documentary cooking up. Uh,
Oof.
it's gonna be with Veterans High School
Okay.
basketball. I want to give a shout out to the new head coach for Veterans High School, Brandon Driggers.
Hmm.
Want to give a heavy shout out to this guy. This is why, and just to kind of give you a story right quick,
Hmm.
building relationships and networking with people is so important, especially in this space of entrepreneurship.
Hmm.
You remember when I was telling you that Veterans High School football, the Touchdown Club, they reached out to me a couple years ago for hype videos,
Hmm.
and that's when I met Coach Driggers, right?
Hmm.
And he told me, he was like, per usual, everyone asks like, "What all do you do?"
Hmm.
And I give him the best answer I can at the time. And he was like, "Oh, okay. Well, when I get this head coaching job in 2 more years, I'm gonna be reaching out to you."
Hmm.
And 2 years later, here in 2025, he did exactly that right after he got the head coaching job.
Yeah.
So right now we're working on a documentary for his first year as the head football coach for Veterans High School. That's
Mm.
currently what's going on. The next major move that I really want to put in place,
Hmm.
I want to get a studio. I
Okay.
want to get a studio and start, of course, any indoor photo shoots, podcasts is going to be right here at Gary Watkins Production. I want to get a location.
Hmm. You ever think
Yes,
that when you do your
that's what I want.
studio, and with all the context and stuff that you have and the content creators that you know, that you'll open it up to others to use as well? Or will this be specifically under the guise of, contracts and development that's supposed to come up under the Gary Watkins brand?
So I haven't thought that far ahead as of yet, but
Hmm.
I mean that would likely be the end goal or the second half goal to where people can rent out this space. They can come
Hmm.
in, do their photo shoots, host their podcasts, and network with others.
What's the feedback been from the community now since, you're putting yourself out there more, more people have known about you and they see the massive project that you take on? Do you feel like, what I'm saying, you're more like a celebrity status now, or at least brand recognition, and people might be a little off-putting to you at first because, Gary, you have accomplished a lot of great things. I don't know if you understand the magnitude of what you've done. And that is huge, especially for that area, because of sometimes that area can cultivate small-mindedness when it comes to stuff. But you've been able to pull off stuff that people in bigger cities have resources to that have not even done what you've done yet.
Man, man, it's crazy that you asked that because when I first started in 2018,
Hmm.
I never, it's kind of like similar to what you said in the opening. Like you really don't realize how much of an impact that you're making when you're doing what
Hmm.
you feel like either you feel like you're supposed to be doing it or you just enjoy doing it.
Hmm.
And when I
Yeah.
first started this, I was just simply doing what I enjoy doing. I never did it with the thought of I want to impact someone, change their life, or
Hmm.
I want mentees. Like I
Hmm.
never asked for those things. I'm just doing what I enjoy doing most,
Yeah.
and to the kind of like the I guess celebrity factor. I almost feel like a celebrity to the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get approached a lot by kids.
Which is cool because they
Yeah,
see what you're doing. And like I said, I think you've elevated the space to a whole nother level.
yeah,
And you will go down in history as one of those people who helped change and was a trailblazer. So if no
man,
one, what I'm saying, tells you that, I'm telling you that here now. You're going down in
man.
history. Um, I love it because I know other people had the opportunities to be able to do something like that, but I don't think they would have pulled it off like you because you can tell the way that you shoot, you are definitely passionate about how you present your subjects.
Yes, yes. I'm overly passionate about how if you're in front of my camera, I want to get this right. I want it to be perfect, even though
Hmm.
perfect is not always obtainable. I want to
Hmm.
get close to it as possible. They say shoot for the stars, but if you don't, reach
Hmm.
the stars, you'll at least land on the moon. And
Exactly.
so um, that's always my goal with anything that I do, man. And yeah, and there are times like here's something I had to grow into. I used to be the kind of camera operator where it's like I'll shoot any and everything.
Hmm.
Now I'm at the point where I'm selective and I'm more intentional about what I want to shoot because that's how you're going to get the most out of my skills, my crafting experience.
I love it. You should, yeah, you're definitely at that point where you're supposed to be selective. That's just a natural state of people who are dope like you are. You shouldn't be shooting everything. And, the people who really want you, if they want you, like, you should have it to where you should have a waiting list and people will wait 2, 3 years just to do a project with you because they know when it comes out, it's going to come out that fantastic. And they would be happy to get the phone call talking about, hey, I'm about to be free in the next 2 weeks. Clear your schedule because here I come. This is your opportunity to shoot with Gary Watkins Productions. And if you miss your opportunity, that's it. It just is what it is. So I see that for you. So I'm trying to think. Is there anything that I missed?
Man, you essentially hit all the main pillars and talking points. Work Wednesday, GWP. Man, you hit all the main talking points. Of course, the projects that I'm doing, man. You're on point.
That's what's up. Well, Gary, let everybody know how can they get in contact with you if they want to get on that waiting list.
Hell yeah, man. So again, this is Gary Watkins Production. I am a Middle Georgia-based digital creator. You need photography needs, videography needs, graphic designs, pretty much anything related to content. You can find me at Gary Watkins Production. That's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. They got this thing called Threads now.
I love Threads. I just met somebody off of Threads today in person.
Yes, I love Threads as well. But those are the primary ways to get in contact with me. I also have a website. It's GaryWatkinsProduction.com. And yeah, man, tap in with me, man. We're gonna get you right. And you're gonna love it. Also, please tap in with Work Wednesday on all platforms as well, especially on YouTube. Subscribe on there. Again, we got great content on the way, and it's something that we all need.
There y'all have it. Gary Watkins with Gary Watkins Productions. Y'all can tap in with him. Tap in with the Work Wednesdays. I said that right? Okay.
Work Wednesday.
Oh, sorry. So, see, now my brain went somewhere else. Work Wednesdays, not woke. Work Wednesdays is phenomenal content. I've seen it. Y'all go and subscribe. Keep supporting his platform. Support that platform. Support all the positive platforms out there. Y'all can always keep supporting this platform as well.